Mofcom Scholarship is currently open for applications. So we are going to have a look at the requirements and the application process. Remember, for quick updates or fast updates on scholarships, please join my Patreon through the link in the video description. If you are not yet a member, do join. The link is in this video description. The part one is about the program introduction. I'm not going to go into this. This is something that you can read at your own time. I'm only going to focus on the requirements and how you should apply for the scholarship. So the scholarship is for masters and PhD. And these are the fields that are covered: politics, economy and trade, diplomacy, agriculture, science, education, culture and health, energy and transportation, and public administration. So look into the program that you are interested in. What masters do you want to do? What PhD do you want to do? And does that program fall within one of these fields? So in terms of the length of your program, it says the length will be settled when the admission is completed. So normally it will be 2 to 3 years for masters and 3 to 4 years for PhD. You should register for an English taught program. The scholarship covers tuition fees and other fees that is listed here. You get accommodation on campus. There's a monthly stipend. It varies. If you are a master's student, you get this amount. PhD, you get this amount. And then there's also a once-off settlement fee, like a fee that helps you to get settled when you arrive in China. Medical insurance, flight ticket. Note number 7, there's an annual review for all the students, and if you pass the review, then you can continue being part of the scholarship. Okay, so let's look at how to apply. But before we get into that, here's the eligibility criteria so that you know whether you qualify for the scholarship or not. The scholarship is for a citizen of a developing country other than China and should be under the age of 45. Look at your country. Is it one of the developing countries? And then you can apply. And you should be under the age of 45. There has to be a health, physical, and mental examination that is issued at a local public hospital. So you need to get a medical report, and the report should have cleared you of all these conditions that are listed here. So you need to go and check yourself before you apply. And then after the medical record, you need at least 3 years working experience. You should have a bachelor's degree when you're applying for master's, and then when you're applying for PhD, you should have a master's degree. And then it will be preferable if you already have relevant educational background and working experience in the field that you are going to apply for. And you should be a public official or any of these stated divisions academic, maybe you work at a university or you work in a research institution or you work for the government, you should fall within one of these divisions that are listed here. English proficiency is required for IELTS 6.0 and for TOEFL 80 and above. And you should have the potential for professional development between your country and China. And then you should not be currently studying in China in order to apply for this scholarship. Let's see how you can apply. You can apply online. There's a provision to apply online. Note that the deadline is 7 June. The Economic and Commercial Council of the Chinese Embassy in your country will be open for application until 7th June. Yes, so the deadline is 7 June. There is an application form that you can submit online, and then you print the hard copy. So you go to this link. This is where you will apply. Make sure that you apply online and then you also print the hard copy. You need copies of your diploma, if you have diploma, your academic transcripts, your certificates, a study plan or research proposal, plus your resume, including the educational background and working experience after high school. So in your CV, you should include anything that you did after high school. 2 recommendation letters are needed, one from your current employer and one from an academic perspective. So you can get one from your boss, your supervisor, and then you can get the other one maybe from your previous lecturer. The physical examination that we spoke about, copy of your English proficiency, valid passport copy. You will need a non-criminal record, that is like a police clearance. The applicant shall submit a valid certificate of non-criminal record issued by the local public sector, usually issued within 6 months prior to the submission date of the application. Yeah, you need to go and do a police clearance. And normally those they take some time. I don't know how it is in your country, but the earlier you do it, the better. Then submission offline. You need an approval and recommendation from your department before you apply for the scholarship. Afterwards, then you can submit application according to the requirements of above department. For the applicants whose host government allows them to submit the application directly to the Embassy of China. Remember where it says you can print the hard copy? So in your country, if you are allowed to submit your application at the Embassy of China, then please obtain the permission or recommendation letter from the host government, which states that the applicant has been approved to study in China, and submit the original documents of the letter and other mentioned application documents to the ECO of Chinese Embassy in the host country. And then okay, so they will then write a written request, clearly stating what program you are interested in and at what universities. Let's look at some reminders. And also on the letter, it should state whether you are willing to be considered for a similar program at other universities if the applied program could not accept the applicant. So it has to be stated on that request letter if you are open to being placed in a different university that can offer you a similar program. Here are important reminders. All documents can be submitted in Chinese or English. An original copy of degree transcript, foreign physical examination, language certificate must be presented for on-site verification. If you are submitting in person, you should bring your originals for verification. It says you will get back your hard copy materials, both original and copies from the Echo of Chinese Embassy. Uh, if you are admitted, students must take the documents to China and submit them to the university for verification and archive. Okay. You cannot bring a spouse, nor can you bring dependents for this scholarship, unfortunately. No explanation will be given on the enrollment result, so you won't get any communication. If you do not have the recommendation letter from the ECO of Chinese Embassy, you will not be considered for this application, for this scholarship. You need to choose maximum three preferred universities from the 26 universities that are listed at the bottom of this page. So if you win the scholarship, you will receive the admission package from the ECO of the Chinese Embassy after the enrollment result is confirmed, and then you can register with your university before September 2024. So you need to keep in touch and closely follow the relevant notices from your university. You need to be aware of what is happening in relation to your course at the university that you are interested in. These are the instructions for the online application form. I'm not going to go into details because the purpose of this video was to go through the requirements and also the application process. I guess it's part of the application process. I'll just quickly go over it. The first step is for you to visit this link and then register by creating an account. You put your personal details, then you select your correct program category. You choose category A for this scholarship. Input the correct agency number only for applicants of Mofcom. Your agency number is, or here's the agency number that you need to put there. And then the next thing is to input your application information, your proficiency, English proficiency, study plan, and supporting documents. And then the next thing is once you have submitted all the supporting documents, then you can submit your application. Once submitted, amendment cannot be made on personal details and application information. So you should understand, you have to be careful with your personal details. Make sure that you enter correct information and pay attention to your application information, because once you have submitted, you cannot make any amendments. So before the application is processed, you can revoke your application if you want by clicking withdraw. After you revoke the application, then you must submit, applicant must submit at second time after re-editing, or the application will not be processed. Once the application is processed, applications cannot be revoked. You can only withdraw your application if the applications have not been processed. But if it has been processed, I'm afraid you will not be able to revoke. So when you apply, please make sure that your details are correct. Your personal details and the information that you input for the application is correct to the best of your knowledge. Then the next step is to click print. You need to print your application form and download it. Submit the scholarship application under the requirements of the dispatching authorities or application processing agency. So that's the last step that you need to do. Here they're just giving you a warning so that you are not deceived. Please visit this link so that you can access the correct information about the China Scholarship Council. If you put an incorrect agency number, your application will not be processed. Please use Firefox or Internet Explorer. If you, how? Wow, okay. No Chrome. For applicants using Internet Explorer, please close the compatible view mode function ahead of editing. Please fill in all application information in Chinese or English. Well, I don't know why you have to use Firefox or Internet Explorer. And this is the version, but okay. This is a list of universities you can choose. Remember, you have the option to choose maximum 3 universities that you are interested in studying at. All the best with your application. Remember to book a review of your documents, your application, your research proposal, your research plan before you submit so that I can have a look and provide you with constructive feedback. It will be best for you to book today or tomorrow because the deadline for applications is Friday. So that will give me enough time to review your application.